set for 3 3-minute rounds of featherweight MMA action. Jovan Flambert in the blue corner, Brent Kent in the red corner. A touch of the gloves and they're off.
Huge throws by Brent Kent. That guy is whipping those arms around.
Yep, Jovan planting those feet. Good head movement there. He's still right there.
Flambert has a super wide base with kind of locked legs. It's going to take away some of his ability to use them, but it is going to give him big pop in his left hand.
And I like how he's utilizing that jab already, just keeping the distance. I keep on telling these younger fighters, man, every punch doesn't have to be a knockout shot.
Man, the most important punch in your arsenal is your jab, in my opinion. It's what opens the doors and closes them behind you when you're done with your combinations. Flambert tries to take advantage of Kent trying to fix his shin guard and
protect
rushes
yourself
him.
at all times.
Yeah, he said, don't do that.
Ooh,
nice
shocks
overhand.
him with the overhand lead to the head kick, but Kent circles it out. Kent catching the kick, running through him, getting Flambert down. Flambert just bridges up, using Kent's grip to help rise him up. Kent floats to the back. Flambert goes to the double, gets back up to his feet, looking at head control. Brent keeping the single, pressing Flambert to the cage. Flambert gets his leg free, uses the clinch to push Kent back, and they are tied up on the outside, trading knees to the abdomen. Crazy athleticism by Jovan Flambert.
Just exploded out of that.
I gotta say, Flambert's my favorite last name I've ever called in a fight so far. Big left hand by Flambert and a big overhand right to follow. Kent leads with his 2, they crack heads. Kent takes a bump to the booty, and Flambert just ragdolls him over the top like a schoolyard bully. Kent has his back pinned up against the fence. Flambert in the half with a shin pin on the arm.
Heavy ground and pound coming in from Flambert.
Bashing Kent, forcing him to turn to his belly. That one-on-one is going to stop him from continuing to turn. The leg control is going to stop him from getting his hands together. Flambert looking to get under the neck, but the choke's not there because of the position. Referee Steven Swearingen keeping a close watch on the damage being done to Brent Kent.
Yeah, Brent needs to make sure he protects his neck, because at any given time here, Jovan Flambert can sink in that rear naked choke. Those punches might just be able to just soften him up, keep him off guard.
Yeah, man, all he has to do is float a little bit back.
Yeah, get his right leg open. Once he gets his right leg out of there and able to put it a hook in.
He can clear the right by kicking out towards the ref, then set his hook by sliding back with the left side, and then he can step over with the right. But they are in pretty tight quarters.
There's 10 seconds left here.
Yeah, he might as well just throw a bunch of hooks. Kent frees himself with short time to go, and they scramble from the tie-up.
That was an extra 2 punches there. I can understand 1, but 2, hey, that's why I draw the line.
What are we doing?
Hey, get him next round.
Yeah, pal. Coming into corner Flambert, the Combat Night OG, Bashmir Winston.
A real bad man.
A real bad man. Jojo Allen coming up a little later tonight.
Yeah.
In one of our more highlight matches, I believe third to last from there. And the OG of OGs, Danny Dons, the Don of Fort Pierce, Daniel Donaldson, the godfather of MMA on the Treasure Coast.
Here's a quick look at
Mike Perry in the crowd with us tonight.
Shout out to Dirty Boxing.
See y'all next week at the Hangar Regatta in Miami.
Always love it when the guys that came out of this scene come back and check out the upcoming guys, and I guess he might be prospecting.
Why not? Overhand right by Flambert, switching his base to be an orthodox this round. Fought the entire first round as a southpaw, and here we have a little change-up. Another big overhand, but Flambert gets popped with a short right, taking him slightly off balance. His mouth is open and his lead hand is down. That is a dangerous combination.
Another good overhand there from Kent.
He won't have to do much more if Flambert doesn't cover his face and close his mouth. Ah, Flambert lands one of his own. Jojo Alfred excited in the corner.
Especially being the, the slightly taller fighter in Brent Kent, man, he needs to keep his hands up because those overhand rights by Jovan Flambert are going to land every time.
Man, they're at his chest, his ribs even. If these guys don't want to get hit, high hands is a very, very functional and proven way of not getting cracked in the mush.
Yeah, especially, this being, the second round of amateur fight. 1 3-minute round shouldn't exhaust your gas tank.
Oh, level change. Looked like they cracked heads there. Not totally sure. But Flambert ended up on his butt. Kent hanging onto that head. And they are back up for better or for worse. It is go time.
Yeah, after he gets it from that headbutt there, Jovan Flambert back into that southpaw stance. But he's still circling into the power there of Brent Kent. He needs to circle to his right. Just because you switch your stance doesn't mean your opponent did. And he
Good shot by Flambert.
Good sprawl.
Sprawled by Kent. Back up to the feet. Kent using a Kimura grip in head position to keep Flambert at bay. He cannot get any closer until he deals with the grips. Quick knee to the body by Flambert and one in return by Kent. Both guys breathing very heavily. Oh, head kick by Flambert into the double.
He just needs to bend his knees a little bit more.
Yeah, he is stiff-legged as ever. Kent working the body. These guys are in a dirty boxing-like position here. Big knee by Kent.
Two in the books. And we started to see just a little bit of the, what do you call it, the noodle legs from both of these guys.
Man, exhaustion.
And noodle arms as well.
Ooh, exhaustion will do you up. You could be the sharpest man in the world on pads. Then you start breathing heavy, and all of a sudden everything starts falling apart.
They did clash heads there at one point.
Man, I'm surprised there was no blood. They whacked each other.
Third and final round.
The boys getting back to work, but they are breathing heavy and only throwing power shots. I guess when you're that tired, like if I'm gonna throw it, it might as well matter if it lands.
For all the marbles.
And both these guys have their mouths open. Anyone could drop at any time. Kent, beautifully timed entrance. Flambert with the overhook hip bump, turns the corner on him, and they are in tight. Big knee by Kent. Flambert does the splits, pops right back up. Good athleticism there. Kent reaching for those shots. And we get a reset to center mass.
Yeah, both of these guys are exhausted. It's just about who wants it more at this point.
This is where you get into your grit. You can't train it. You can't teach it. You either have it or you don't. Kent looking for ninja choke, but he can't get the hands together. Flambert shucks him off, takes the center, breathing heavy, and throwing overhands. Kent with a massive takedown.
90 seconds left in this third and final round. That's just what Brent Kent might have needed here to sway the momentum for this fight.
See if Jovan has any explosiveness left to power out of this position like he did earlier.
He's definitely not as fresh in round 3 as he was in round 1.
He's in a tighter spot. He's pinned on the fence. His partner has a tight waist. There's no real place for him to move. He gets up. Oh, he gets the underhook. He's doing a great job there. You like to see it.
Less than a minute left here.
Kent doing a good job of controlling the position and sprinkling in some ground and pound.
Kent is able to threaten the Katagatame, but he doesn't really have the room to do it. If Flambert keeps exploding, he's going to give Kent the room for the transfer we just saw to possibly continue. But Kent takes the top position and is raining down fire on Flambert.
He should just keep doing that.
Yes, 30 seconds. The referee is looking closely to stop things.
If Kent wants to win, he's got to keep throwing, but his fingers are in the fence here. Not sure if the ref had the chance to see it. We were in such tight quarters. Flambert finds the elbow post and keeps the fire away from
Brent
him.
needs to unload. Who knows how those first 2 rounds will score.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the judges have reached a decision, a unanimous decision at that, with a score of 29-28 for your winner. Out of the blue corner, Jovan Flambert.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Jovan Flambert.
Yes.